the side.
Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. You know, I would never get nobody name up. They was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that at the, the pyramids, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said, I am. I'm gonna put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Candace. I'm not messing with you. But look who they said that was from. You got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
Been attacking our whole national, so it ain't nothing new with him. He's the fastest race. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding him up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't.
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to him, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen, hey. Some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But hey, it is what it is. But boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, oh, they trying to use stuff for content. I said, well, she gave it to me. But this what I wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video. And he was talking about, like in Chicago, when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But, and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had, and when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
They unmute us yet. Good morning, family. Good morning. Good morning to all the beautiful people that's tapping in with us. Good morning, family. How y'all doing on this? It's cold up here. I'm gonna tell you straight up, it is cold. The streets was nasty and everything. I ain't going. Good morning.
And it's cold down here too.
Philly.
It's a whole 54 degrees outside.
I ain't going. I keep telling y'all, Detroit ain't. We played spoilers yesterday. And he said, Tony Terry said, you think Loomy running for council? You ain't seen him. That's what's up. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, man. Listen, what's up? Good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Thank everybody, all the beautiful people that tap in and watch us give y'all what we can. As y'all can see today, we went a little national politics, kind of, as some would say, geopolitics, as they call it. You heard?
I mean, it's the biggest story of the weekend.
Yeah, thank everybody for coming in. So, family, I want to ask y'all, I know y'all going to want to get the flame. We're going to get to all of that in due time. But on the national thing, how do y'all feel about what happened to the Venezuela president? How do y'all feel?
I've been memeing about it all weekend, dude. Now, I just made one. I posted it on Reddit. I'm hoping to win an award.
Good morning. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, it's going to take some time to process that new one. That's why I decided to come on with the oh, okay. I'm peed. Kobe Fatty said she peed. I feel you. Hey, thank you for tapping in. Good morning to you. Thank you for tapping in. That's coming from Seattle. Shout out to my Gaddis clan. Let me see. Let me see. Well, okay, new one said the U.S. committed a war crime. Concrete Jungle, bro, we still #2. Your Lions be watching Saturday night from the crib. I know y'all just can't beat us though, and we ain't tripping. I told y'all couldn't beat us. Good morning, thank you for Reginald. He running for second ward. Second ward gonna be a good one. Hassan Pinchcock said it's an oil grab. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I do agree with you. I do agree with you. But I mean, to me, H. Brad, good morning. Noble Mac, good morning. Good morning to every Javier Ellis, good morning. I'm going to say Christy Coleman, LaWanna Terry, Marcia A. Talbert, Lena, Tony Terry, I Ain't Going, Loving Me, Andre Holland, Mama Quill, Mr. Lovely Beverly Biggs Levy, Linda Chilton, how you doing, beloved? Thank you for tapping in. Meat Freaks Barbecue, Sweet Cupcake on Break, Allie Nicole Gaddis Rivers, Erica Gaddis, Blake E. Gaddis, even Pop Gaddis. The Way of Jesus Christ live stream in the building. Gaddis Lawn Care, good morning. Gaddis, okay, I said that. I thank and Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis, man. Thank y'all for tapping in. Shout out to the Gaddis clan. Miss Eunice in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Let me see. Winters decided to tap in. I was just wondering if they're going to invade Colombia next, take on the cartels. Let me see. Lena said Nigeria will be next with Greenland afterwards. I was having this conversation earlier. I mean, that's why I want to know how y'all feel. So what you feel, Trevor? How you feel about it?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, dude had a warrant out, put out by a previous administration at that. And, well, I mean, shit, previous administrations put out a bounty on him, too. Instead of waiting for someone else to do what we want to pay them to do, fuck it. Send in Delta. Why not?
So you believe it was about drugs. So you believe that story. That's what I'm asking.
I don't know about drugs.
What's up, Katie? Thank you for tapping in.
But we've got a long history with Venezuela. Okay, long for me. Remember, I'm younger. 2015, Nicolas Maduro, Venezuelan dictator, lashed out at Obama after Barack Obama designated Venezuela a national security threat to the United States. Okay. What do we usually do with national security threats?
How was it a national security threat, though? That's what I'm saying. What's up, Mr. Thomas? Thank you for tapping in. Cassandra Scott, thank you for tapping in. Because, sometimes we can make stuff up like, listen, this America. I understand what political prisoners is. You can throw charges on anybody. I'm just saying that charges can be made up. Now, this what I'm saying. I'm just asking because I'm seeing a lot of people saying, no, it's about the oil. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm getting. Like I said, that's what I'm thinking. But it's America. When you the big dog, you can do what you really want to do.
That brings up another question. Does anyone in this chat know what type of oil is in Venezuela? Or are we just saying oil?
Well, the president said oil. If you can go, I can go pull it up for you.
I understood, but do we know what kind of oil? The president said one thing, but do we know?
I mean, but that's just like what you said about the charges they had brought up. Do we know them was real charges or was them just made up charges that was a reason for we can go in there to do what we wanted to do?
Mr. Thomas, we can get a country to fucking try. I mean, they'd have to deal with the entirety of the U.S. Navy to get here, and then they'd have to deal with our air defense, but they can try. I would sit down, buy tickets, and watch popcorn.
That's what I'm looking.
Those fireworks are fun to watch.
I'm looking with concrete. Look at it this way. The U.S. is so against Russia being in Ukraine, China messing with Taiwan, North Korea bothering South Korea, but 47 just gangster his way into Venezuela. Come on now. I mean, what's up, Felicia? Thank you for tapping in. The rest of the Gaddis clan, good morning. They said
there's Marcia. Great questions. Oh yeah, I saw that. But no, right here. It's called Thick and Sour, which makes me want to taste it, to be 100% honest with you. It goes into diesel production. So it's not your typical car. That's neither here nor there. I just wanted to know. There we go. Heavy crude. I just want to know if anyone knew what it was.
Yeah, it's more than meet the eye. Carolyn Hendricks, thank you for tapping in. It said exactly what is oil is Venezuela producing. Got it, Chris. So this is an embarrassment. I'm looking at Chris Caleb. This is an embarrassment to our military, plain and simple. Okay. Meat Freak said it's not cooking oil. It says unprocessed oil over there. This was Hassan Pinchback said, right? Mr. Thomas, heavy crude oil. Yep. Let me see what Lena said. We are in a dictatorship, period. No threat at all. I mean, but what was the threat to him, though? I mean,
if we were in a dictatorship, Mickey would be having FBI kicking down his door right now. Just saying.
Let me see. I'm saying, but so what did they do, though, Trevor? Sharisa Dumas, thank you for tapping in. My Carolina people is getting in.
As to what Barack Obama was saying, I do want to bring that up. So, number one, selling it to China and Russia, inviting China and Russia over into this hemisphere, which we've already laid out since the 1800s, the Monroe Doctrine. Old world powers, keep your asses over there. We will stay over here. And Concrete, well, he did say that, he was absolutely fucking wrong. Because that oil is used to produce diesel and motor oil, not gasoline, not the shit that we put in our regular cars.
I mean, look, like I said, I've been looking at it. It's rough because I said it was some other countries were saying now they're gonna be able to get it from the United States. But I'm gonna say this. Cut it out.
Look like you're from what?
I don't know. It said Mickey should be scared daily. It said Mickey should be scared of that risk daily. I know the immigrants are sure afraid of. Nah, hey, I ain't tripping, Lana. I'm looking like one of them. Lanita Murray, thank you for tapping in. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out. Let me see what Marseille Tarver says. So what has the U.S. been doing for the heavy crude oil? In the past, we made it this far without crude oil from Venezuela. That looks like 45, 47 waiting to use coal again.
We've been using coal still.
Oh, Venezuela. Okay, I got you.
And we have been importing. We have massive reserves, but we haven't been drilling it as much.
But we also been talking about that gold and silver deposits. Now, this was also mentioned over there, doing the United States. But this is my thing. I mean, like, I think we headed to me. But that's what I'm saying. It was never about drugs. I agree with you, Damon, because he just released Juan Hernandez. It was never about drugs. It was about the oil. That's just the stuff they come up with, our government come up with. Let me see what's going on right here. I think we got a sponsor, Felicia Martinez. Mickey's Roll Call. And shout out to Felicia Martinez finding us a sponsor. It's hard. Roll Call is sponsored by George Zimmerman for trying to sue Trayvon Martin's family because of his current life issues, jobless and homeless, diabolical. He needs to go have several seats. Only in America, Trump is trying to impress Putin. Georgia boy, top of the morning. I'm just trying to figure out, like I was telling you, Trevor, earlier when we was talking. To me, I just think with this going on like this, I get it. Kenneth, good morning. And Air Tar Heels, thank you for tapping in, good brother. Good morning. Good. To me, shout out to Mays Lawn Care Inc. To me, I just think, to me personally, far as when Trump said we're gonna run Venezuela, I think how can you say that? Like, I'm trying to figure out how you gonna run it. I just think we finna be headed to some more wars, personally, in my humble opinion.
Nah, I honestly don't know. Because there's already a government in exile ready to take over. Though their Supreme Court just said the vice president is interim president. I got that notification about 2 minutes before we went on air.
Facts. Good morning, Kimberly Mitchell. No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. But you got two different ones. You got one that's exile. Then you got the one in the United States. What was the lady that was running and she assumed that she got cheated out of the election? So you got two different administrations trying to say, but actually,
She's the
don't-
one that's in exile.
no, it was a fella.
That woman,
It was a
and she
man.
passed the reins on to man, Mr.
But he exiled too because he's not even in the
Yeah,
country.
he's in Madrid right now because he was, being chased and told he was going to be thrown in prison for running against Maduro.
That's what I'm saying. So you got two, but they don't got control of the city though for them to say they having power. They just saying they the. That's why I do believe you're gonna have to put boots on the ground. Only way you're gonna be able to say if you saying you finna take over this, you're gonna have to put boots on the ground at the end of the day. And I just feel like
I have to ask, why are you bringing Congress into this? So president can act without telling Congress for up to 48 hours. I'm pretty sure Congress found out the second it hit the news.
Thank you for tapping in and leaking it. And subscribe to
law.
A10. You said Congress. No, don't you supposed to go to it? You just can't. You mean you catch it later? I mean,
when the president can order acts via the military and not have to tell Congress until 48 hours later. Now, for us to actually go to war and use wartime powers, Congress has to declare war. But war in Afghanistan, there is no war declared. War in Iraq, there is no war declared. Bosnia, Kosovo, no war declared. Iraq, again, no war declared. Panama, no war declared. Vietnam, no war declared. Korea, no war declared.
You say ain't no war declared, so you don't.
Those were no wars declared.
No
Congress didn't have to vote on shit.
New, I agree with you with that. I'm talking new one I put up. I don't agree with this. Hey, Lena, you got the right. Reverend James West Jim Gaddis. To me, it's going back to because I say so, I can do it. That's just my humble opinion what the United States doing. And I'm gonna say it again. United States, what they doing, they gonna mess around. You're gonna have to give up something. And I told you this morning. Ain't no sense to me.
There's another thing. And then lastly, while military was involved, it was not a military-headed operation. That was an operation headed by DOJ with DEA agents sitting there with Delta Force guys.
Didn't they? Okay, well, once they said they told him not to invade.
Well, it's good that we didn't invade then because this was just a raid, not an invasion. There's a difference.
But going into another country and just take their leader, I'm just saying the president. That's what I'm saying. When you go, that's what I'm just saying.
I mean, shit, it's a lot better than what we usually do, which is send a tomahawk through the ceiling.
Good morning, Big Papa Tom, guys. He said, let me see, Trump said, he said Congress has leaks and that's why he didn't say anything to them. So he can do what he want to do then.
Until it becomes time to actually declare war, for the most part, yes.
Let me see, Mick, let me see, Bill said, Mick, it's something that know that we don't, but it will come out in the wash facts. Let me see what Alan said. Bro, this the same behavior of the descendants of European barbarian behavior, destructive actions, take in the name of freedom. I mean, to me, it's just like, let me see what Chris Caleb said. Ronald Reagan did the same thing. They was prosecuted because of it. Yeah, when they went and got Noriega. That's what I'm saying. It's just, to me, they be, it's like, dude, they just, I come in, I'm going to take you because I want your resources. That's just that's how I'm looking at it. I'm taking it. And I told you this morning. I said, they're going to end up doing like saying they can have it. They're going to say they can have it. We taking the Western hemisphere. Because you right now, if China want to go take Taiwan, the pact that the United States got with them, United States will have to go defend Taiwan.
I mean, it's even more than the pact. Like, we don't usually, okay, I can't say usually, that we've ignored treaties before. What makes Taiwan so valuable that we would have to go defend it is it makes majority of the microprocessors and the chips we use in our computers. If we were to let them fall, then we would have to basically do what China says to keep our shit running.
What it do, good brother? I figured that was you. I was waiting to make for you. Blind Intelligence, Raphael Bird. Let me see what Matthew said. Matter Views.
Matt Reviews.
Match. You said match verse views.
Matt reviews. There's a
Matt
space between the
reviews.
T and the R, bro.
Yeah, I see it now. Also, Israel is illegally executing foreign presidents and cabinet members. Wow. But I did hear this. They said that the big oil companies had met with the president in Mar-a-Lago, was saying that they could get Maduro out the way, they'd be able to do business over there.
He told them that they're going to have to reinvest into the country, take their shit back that Maduro, well, was it Maduro or the guy before him stole? Because their shit was there, then they nationalized everything and just took the equipment. So they're going to have to take their equipment back, renovate it, and then hire Venezuelans to run it. So it's about the deal that he told them.
And this Concrete Jungle said that's not a terrorist act.
That's a strange one. So terrorism is defined by violence to motivate political means.
That's not motivating political means. We get a new
president. But if that's the case, every time that any country does anything to each other, it's terrorism.
But okay, the real case, he said none of the oil companies have agreed to do the work. Good morning, Long Beach in the building, Lindsay Erica Gaddis. Let me see what Lena said. Because ain't no oil here, so they got to steal it. I mean, yeah, they got to go get their resources.
Permian Basin in Alaska still have metric tons of oil.
See, Trump, let me see, Chris Caleb said.
Still has tons of oil. We just started leasing plots there again. The first one sold, I believe the lease was $440 million. That was last month.
Wanda Smith, good morning. Good morning. Michelle Smith and her husband, good morning. That's AKA Ann. Let me see what Lena said. It's called colonialism, manifest destiny, and gentrification. Because you look at all the other countries that he threatened, he's back saying, and let's be honest, when he's saying he's over there bombing for what Bonnie Vanner, thank you for tapping in. And let me see, Mr. Thomas said there's plenty of oil in America. So what is the purpose of taking the oil over there?
So we don't use our own strategic reserves in case someone doesn't want to sell to us or in case they all run out.
Because I just saw a country was talking about how they was getting their oil from Venezuela, but now they're going to be getting it from America. I was like, wow. So they already said
business, huh?
But this the thing, and this what I'm getting from that. They said for them fully to take over because they saying they don't know. Like you was talking about the United States saying they not even in control of Venezuela yet because they doing and they took his wife. So I'm trying to figure out what they tried the wife with. But I'm looking at over here like because she's still doing business with Russia and China, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Winter said Congresswoman Deanna DeGetti, Democratic Colorado said, who said that while he was certainly an illegitimate leader, U.S. does not have the authority to unilaterally invade another country, capture its leader. That's not true how the United States play.
Superpowers be doing superpower things.
It says cheaper to drill in oil in other places.
There's another reason.
Yeah. But and let me see what the deal Bill said. Don't forget Nigeria with their oil manufacturing. No, he said he's going back over there, but yeah, it's the petrol. It said a petrodollar. Please explain what this is. Where they trading dollars for the oil.
And to further expand upon that, the United States made a treaty with OPEC and the OPEC nations that all oil traded would be traded in U.S. dollars instead of any other currency, as U.S. dollar was the world reserve currency at the time. And we kind of had a fleet in their backyard, which helped prop up the U.S. dollar even more.
And Alan, that's why I do believe that, because even when them people were saying it, but they did say this. They said in order for them, the greenback is the trade facts. It's what it's. Let me see. Kenneth said Venezuela crude oil is better grade and has more products that can be produced from it.
Mm-hmm. You can also make plastic products from that oil, whereas like the thinner shit, the not as heavy crude oil, you can't.
But see, when he said we gonna run it, this the only way the other who they trying to say the legitimate ones, because I see what you're saying when they saying he was not the legitimate one. If I'm not mistaken, United States saying he wasn't the legitimate one. That's who said.
Not just United States. Let
But
me find
it's
the rest
people
of
who
those
side with
articles.
them because he come up under the Hugo Chavez regime.
Venezuela election controversy. I can't believe I closed this window earlier, especially when we were talking about it. Let me scroll down to that funny map where I was trying to figure out which country is which.
I can agree with that, Lana.
Here we are.
Facts. Flint water and land. Venezuela is oil and land. They want the resources.
Mm-hmm. Every country in red said Maduro was the legitimate leader. Every country in green says he was not. And black is, of course, them. And then the gray countries are, we really don't care. The majority of the world said that dude was not the legitimate leader.
But what did the Venezuelan people say?
I don't know, but there are reports of them in Caracas right now going out and support, not just supporting, but celebrating. Some of them are pissed. That's not going to be swept under the rug here, but let's see. Rocket explosions in the Caracas Valley. Dina, a local resident, told the BBC that for now she was grateful for the U.S. to taking Maduro out of here because she can at least see some light at the end of the tunnel again. Then we got Jorge, another Venezuelan who lives near Caracas, told BBC that while he's grateful to be well supported by Trump and the entire United States, he fears the coming days will not be easy. Now they're taking this man away. What's going to happen, he said. It doesn't guarantee us anything. There is a bit of uncertainty, but we don't know what the coming days will bring.
Good morning, no trouble. Let me see. Tony Terry, they are celebrating him. Yeah, because them probably the ones he kicked out the country.
The same ones about, or same thing about
hold
folks
on,
in Madrid.
hold on. Let me give you this. It said, real case. He said, no, Trevor, the majority of the world agrees that Maduro is a horrible person, but most do not agree with Trump's actions.
I didn't say they agreed with Trump's actions.
Chris Caleb, China and Russia is buying their oil. Let me see what new one. Can we really believe major news media accounts? Now, I was finna go pull up some other ones that was going to see they was going to be supporting. That's what I'm saying. You got the United States version. You got the Venezuela government version. Then you have the truth, and that's just usually how it go.
I mean, you know what I'm BBC saying? Usually doesn't like us, but I can go to Al Jazeera. Let me see.
Let me go to this one.
Al Jazeera says, reported from Al Jazeera, I can't pronounce this man's name, Ehilo. I think it's the best gift that I will ever receive, one I will never forget. And then there's Mr. Castro said that he was so elated by the news that he began daydreaming about his future self, recounting the story of Maduro's fall to his grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Uh-huh. Let me see. We got it. Yeah. We're going here. Get this one right here. Let's see. It says Donald Trump pulling a coup in Venezuela. I'm going to go pull up how the people feel about it in Venezuela. Let's see. I'm going to go pull up a source. Okay.
What on earth do you have going on over there?
I was finna. You hear it? It was saying it said U.S. propaganda about Venezuela debunked.
I heard a ghost whisper. That's about it.
Nah, you ain't hear that right there?
No.
It had music. Making sure I get the right
Mm,
I mean, I'm still trying to figure out why he ain't explained why he went over there.
NPR, PBS.
Let me
Let's
see.
find a Brazilian news or a Venezuelan news agency.
That's what I was pulling up. I'm getting off of that one.
Looks like I'm actually gonna have to use. Looks like I'm gonna have to use a VPN.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm, well, that's not it. Well, I am using a VPN. Now I just need to figure out how to change what servers I'm connected to.
Why they keep giving me Fox News?
I don't use Fox News anymore. I'm not allowed to look at it on Opera because I have ad blocker.
I didn't block mine. I'm trying to see how the people. Said reactions.
Mm.
Let me see what the fuck. Make sure I don't forget y'all. I'm still looking. Let me see what new one said. He doesn't need to. The Republicans will back whatever he does. I mean, he done. Look, Trump done this thing. Granny G, good morning. Let me see. Trump didn't care about Maduro. He only cared about the oil. And the fact that the U.S. dollars, petrodollar, was not renewed under Biden, Saudi Arabia has now joined BRICS. Let me see. Mark Hutchinson. I was about to say Mark Epstein. Whatever is in the Epstein files must be terrible. This is the ultimate distraction. The fact that we can take oil is an added bonus. I mean, let me see what Alice said. If Trump didn't agree with the system relating to the now, Fannie and Georgia would have prosecuted him during his first term. All this family was pre-planned. Miss Kariza, good morning. Let me see. Mark says, I agree with Trevor. I think about how the U.S. is trying to create 3D mock-ups of everything. They need the crude oil to make the plastic resin used to produce the 3D, thus the strike. I get it. Just let me see. Casey, they're glad gone for sure, but are they running back to Venezuela? The Venezuelans are afraid. They don't know what's really going on. That's what they was pulling up. They really don't know what's going on how to take it. But the people they saying that's the leader, and like I say, I even got somewhere they saying that it's this so rough right here. They trying to say his own vice president set him up.
Yeah, that's honestly what I was thinking. If not his vice president, then military leaders.
Yeah,
I mean,
trying to say that's what I'm
so
pulling up now.
the Air Force flew SEAD missions or suppression of enemy air defense.
Yeah, they giving me stuff from 2 months ago.
But they were able to see helicopters on radar coming in. These weren't like the radars that they used or the helicopters that they used for Osama. No, these are just your typical Black Hawk and Sea Stallions with AH-64 Apache gunships. And yet no one raced to the presidential mansion. The only people that stood between Delta and DEA against Maduro was a bunch of Cuban bodyguards.
It's listen, it's messed up. Like I said. Now they showing the Venezuelans in the U.S. They showing them, but you is right, Tony Terry. That they happy in Miami. They showing them celebrating in Miami with them catching him.
Take a look at Madrid in Spain.
Let me see what
Same deal.
America's going to reap what they saw. What the fool is doing in the White House. But see, to me, and then I'm gonna be honest. To me, my humble opinion, like this is nothing new. We got to remember Noriega. I do feel like he's doing an expansion, and we can say they're not doing no war because them in China got a little proxy wars going on right now. Well, who the United States funding? See, we don't talk about these other little wars they got going on. They have proxy wars. It's just having when you start seeing the U.S. have to enter, and that's what I was looking at. Like the guy was saying, for when Trump saying he's gonna run, they're gonna run Venezuela. He's gonna have to put troops on the ground to get rid of the interim government to support the other government. Same thing they had to do with Iraq. Same thing they had to do with Libya. See, all of this stuff they doing, they got to put their people in because if they don't,
here's my thing. If this had happened under another president, any other president, I don't think it would have been as big or as dividing. It still would have made the news cycle. It's still, everyone would still be shocked or, oh my God, but it wouldn't be as dividing. I mean, Gaddafi, when he was removed from power, were people this split from it? Or how about when we were raining Hellfire missiles and tomahawks on other world leaders? No. But because it's this president, everyone is either up in arms against it or for it. I'm just taking it like it used to be.
I mean, what
it's a thing that happened. What can I do to change what has already happened? Not a damn thing.
I can't really say that because you're saying just because it's this president, it's probably the one in our time, but it's been people that was against Vietnam War. It was always had. Now maybe certain classes was for
Vietnam War is a war.
People who was. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just giving you the history of. It was people always against the war. So what we saying just because it's this president? No, because I'm just saying with Martin Luther King, he was against the Vietnam War. We always had you always had. Remember Richard Nixon? They was on his ass.
Okay, that wasn't us targeting another world leader. That was actual troops going into a jungle, getting God knows who knows what kind of poison or infection or, a sudden case of lead poisoning versus us dropping a bomb on someone's house. There's a huge difference between the two.
So you saying they wasn't when they
not as much? No. I mean, take a look at Biden. Biden blew up several places around the world. Take a look at Obama, same thing. Take a look at Bush. Even when Bush wasn't acting around in fucking Iraq or Afghanistan, he was still dropping bombs around the world. No one was really outside and up in arms about that. Mainly about the wars that were going on, Afghanistan, Iraq, and some of Libya, I believe. But for the most part, no one was saying, oh, you shouldn't be dropping bombs over in, God, I think we're blowing up parts of Asia at that point.
I'm just saying.
No one was outside the White House. No one was in front of the White House picketing.
You saying it wasn't no anti-war protesters, Trevor, man. You right, you young. That's why you don't see that part. But you got YouTube. Go pull up when you seeing them anti-protesters when they pulled up on Richard Nixon. Since you saying wasn't nobody out at the White House. You just
Richard Nixon was Vietnam. I'm saying just these random strikes, targeted one-shots.
Because what it is, because now you didn't have all this media coverage that where you can get it out. No, it was people. It was always people. It was always anti-war protesters, Trevor. Even when you don't think it was people talking about when they for Fidel. You know how many assassination attempts they put on Fidel Castro that was unsuccessful at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's so you saying they ain't.
But how many people were outside the White House saying leave Cuba alone? They were more worried about Vietnam.
do. That's
and
what
it
I'm.
certainly
You know
wasn't
why?
making news cycles like this.
Because what it is, you got more media now. You can go ahead and get what's going on. Because like the stuff I was just trying to pull up, that's why I'm finna go back and get more. Because they was trying to give me 2 and 3 months ago. Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell him, Mr. Thomas. It's people. It be people protesting. We just thinking because of now you got more where you got phones where people can show it to you. You know what I'm saying? Let me see this. What Stacey Lynn said. Obama killed Osama. Trump does this, and the left cried. If he caught Jeffrey Dahmer back, the left wouldn't say leave him alone. I'm gonna say this. I don't know if they can say go ahead, leave him alone. I can't say that. Okay, Jasmine says she lived in D.C. for 5 years, always protested outside of the White House. Okay, teacher lady said we chartered buses in the 90s to protest at the White House. I just think some people just, my humble opinion,
What was the protest in those 90s about?
I'm pretty sure it was probably for war. I remember they was mad at the United States when they locked up Nelson Mandela. And you know what I'm saying? And didn't want to let him out. Like United States been pulling what they want to pull. This ain't nothing new. I'm just saying.
In the U.S., the death of Muammar
Gaddafi.
Thank you. Was generally met with relief and was politically popular at the time.
You said who again said it was met with relief?
This is just an overall.
And that's a failed country. You know that, don't you? They got back slavery going on over there. In Libya.
There's the at the time.
No
portion there.
Go pull up the stats what Libya had, what the people was when he brought them out of where they was. They was the majority of the people was illiterate at one time. Go look at the conditions, how they was living compared to back then when he was the ruler, and go look at the condition they live in now. And they say Libya is a failed state. Let's go look at
You're missing the point of what I said. I'm not saying that it was good or that it was bad. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying that at the time he was killed, it was met with support, and people generally didn't give a damn.
No, hold on. What support was it met by, Trevor? That's what I'm trying to get by. What support was it? Was it the support, the opposition that the America wanted up in there? We talking about?
Yes, I'm talking about Americans. I'm talking about here in our nation.
But that we always okay. I see what KD said. Y'all missed Trevor's point. He's not talking about war. He's talking about the U.S. going in and doing this type of mission.
Yes. 99% of the time, the United States, the people, don't react this way to it. We've been dropping bombs. Hell, I believe the statistic is we've only sustained 12 years of peace in our entirety of a quarter millennium existence.
And this goes back to what I'm saying, Trevor, and I like what you're saying, Alan. The media deceived the American people during the Libya leader, and that's like back then. The people, the media just ain't started deceiving people. They was making people think if you putting out here, we going there, we going to be liberators, we going to do this and that. You know what I'm saying? We be thinking we doing the right thing. This is what people can get tricked into that, and I think our media do put out a lot of. It's more right. Mr. People have more access to information where the news can come on and come out and make it look like, well, what we doing this mission, we taking a dictator down. You know what I'm saying? We can put that out and the people gonna go believe it. Because I remember at one time they was calling him the Mad Dog of the East. Wasn't that the name they gave Muammar Gaddafi? He was the Mad Dog of the East, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me see. People have more. Yeah, if it's facts, let me see. Kenneth, what Kenneth say? Gaddafi was trying to unite Africa with starting an African currency. That's why he had to go. Facts. Sandra Nichols, good morning to you too. Lydia McNeely, good morning. I get it. It's just the process. They the big. It's just how can you take the moral ground when you doing things like how the United States be calling out other countries? That right there is no more. You can be trying to say you have a moral what's the name when you just took him and you saying for drugs, but yet you released a drug dealer that was smuggling tons of cocaine into America. That's all the people just saying. Like
what I'm saying right here.
60s.
In 2011, The United States was being called out for double standard for killing Gaddafi, but not for having any problems with Karimov. Karimov? I don't know. Sounds like some Ruski name. Anyway, I think this is the first time, whether it be because there's social media everywhere or not, that people are actually giving a damn about a U.S. operation like this. I mean, take a look at Black Hawk Down. It is supposed to be the exact type of mission that just happened, except the only difference is what happened in Somalia went sideways.
Facts.
That is the only difference.
No, because when you see American bodies coming in, that's when the thing changed. That's like with Vietnam, when you start seeing caskets. Why you think they didn't want to show no bodies being brought in on the news? That's what really changed when they started seeing bodies coming in, man. That's what it is. Then that's when American people like, hold up. Like, nah, this gotta stop. When you start showing, why you think they don't be wanting to show certain things? They not gonna show that because you would knock the morale of the people down. I mean, I looked at that Black Hawk Down, brought a lot of inside truth on missions, facts, Marcia Tarver. They brought it, and that's all the people saying, like, people don't want to go. Look how long they've been in the Middle East. How long that Iraq war been going on. And that was supposed to be in there, out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these wars, that's the only thing they saying. It's just like the people, they've been fatigued. Like back in the day, you could tell somebody like, hey, this is what we doing, because they will believe it. Now you got more information. You get to get both sides. Like they saying, what, no casualties? What did you say?
I said that the media is full of shit when they say that because they don't understand military terminology. When they say no casualties, what the media means is no deaths. Okay, which that's true. There were no deaths on the American side. When they say no casualties, that is not true, because several American soldiers were wounded, though not critical. Anything that takes you out of the fight is considered a casualty. So whether you stop breathing due to sudden onset of lead poisoning, or you lose an arm, or lose a trigger finger, or you just take some lead and hey, things aren't working as well anymore, or even just having a mental break, it is still considered a casualty. So when the media says no casualties, that's absolutely incorrect.
Yeah, but see, that's why. I'm saying that's why you got people, because they, at the end of the day, like they said, you're gonna have to put boots on the ground, and that's where it get like, you can drop bombs, but you're gonna have to put. But we also saying turn them back over, turn the leader. I just don't think, in my humble opinion, it's gonna turn out good for us. What's up, Bertha? Thank you for tapping in. I don't think it's gonna turn out good for us, to be honest with you. Kenneth, I don't believe what they're good morning. Thank you for tapping in. I don't believe what our news be saying. Like I said, I go look at different ones. And you can go pull up ones, how the people feel. It's some people like they're showing that they celebrating, but it's some like they know it's the resources. Like now you got Colombia president telling Trump to come get him. Let's do this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's like what it's gonna stop at. Then you got Trump threatening Nigeria, saying what they doing to the Christians. But then when you talk to the people, I mean, when you see not me talking to them, when you see them, they didn't have none of this going on with the American president saying, as far as they're killing these Christians over there. Like this is the same amount of Muslims being killed in that area that they went over there and dropped bombs at. It's just like, here we go again. Here we go again. Just like we hearing about the oil company people sat down with Trump, saying that we can get him out of here, we can go back. And I heard what you said, well, that's our equipment. But if you leave your equipment at my house, that's on you. If you get put out and you can't get it. You can't, that don't make because you left it there. That's just like if you think them companies that was probably from overseas that left stuff here at the United States, matter of fact, let's go back with Britain. The British, when they put them out, you think the United States was like, oh yeah, y'all come back and get y'all supplies that y'all left? No, you lost. You left.
Except there wasn't a war when they nationalized our shit. They just said, no, the state's taking over, get the fuck out.
Yeah, but that is,
not theft then?
But if you own my land, this is my stuff. Mine. You remember, this is mine, because you put it here. We might have had an agreement when you built it. evidently something went wrong where you got the right. I'm just saying. And in plenty of people, that's just like when they probably kicked Hugo Chavez them out when they bit them sicko gas stations with America. Remember, he was having oil here. Who took over that? Okay, well, let me see this. Oh, Winter said this for you, Trevor. She said, my question is, who gave the okay, the president the okay to do any of this?
Constitution.
Trevor says the Constitution.
The president can order military to perform strikes limited in capacity without Congress's approval as long as he does not commit to a protracted war.
And this for you, Trevor. Said, no, Trevor, it's not theft. They passed the law. It's their country.
Oh. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Remember that, though. If you pass a law, it's completely legal and fine to take someone else's shit. Understood.
He said the equipment they left depleted, and we're going to have to rebuild the infrastructure.
Yes, because they didn't take care of it. It rusted and fell apart. It is seized up. It can't do a damn thing. It is now merely thousands of tons of scrap metal.
Because you know what, Killer, we're going to get to that in a minute. We got to do the news. We got to cover all of it. We've been talking about
Winters, he didn't invade, so he followed that.
We've been on Flint. Like I'm telling you, this is what you getting to see is what the mayor of Flint doing. This is how he acting. He getting to pull his stuff through what he want to do. That's just like we go look at the court. Anything that happened, it's just reporting the what's the name. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just reporting it. And let me see. Chris Caleb said that's a
sovereign nation.
Sovereign. I'm having a hard time. Sovereign nation. Constitution says it. Oh, this is good. Okay, this right here. Slavery was the law of the land, but that don't mean it made it right. I mean, listen, a lot of laws to be made that don't make it right. Okay, Trevor, this is your. So, Trevor, what is your definition of invade? What did they do? Go on vacation and just bring them back for a nice stay here? That's Winters to you, Trevor.
You know, I love that she's coming at me like that. Winters, since you're on your phone, obviously, go ahead and minimize us for a second and look up military raid and tell me what that says, other than a quick strike action to complete an objective and then withdraw, which is what we did. An invasion is when you go into a country intending to hold land, which, as far as I know, there are no more Americans, at least conventional forces, hanging out in Venezuela. And I don't think we saw any landing craft.
Let's see. Okay, Trevor, this from you, Mark Hutchinson. He said, yes, if a law passed, it's not theft. If you don't believe me, see what happens if the police catch you with 10K in
That's
cash.
civil forfeiture and is being fought on a Supreme Court case right now. And it isn't illegal to have that. It is because they think that it is being used for nefarious purposes. And then they'll use workarounds such as a drug dog. Guess what? The most common substance on a U.S. dollar bill or U.S. currency at all is cocaine. A drug dog, if you have enough of it, will smell it.
Let me see. You can't attack a sovereign nation without Congress approval. Mark Dave, Mark D, you know what? I don't want to do that to you.
Thomas Jefferson.
Let you slide. If you say they liberated, I'm just trying to get the point of view what it is. But don't come over here being. Oh, hold up. J main event. CIA is in Venezuela. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The CIA is in every country.
Let me see. Coretta H. The president and his people said this was legal because they were enforcing a criminal arrest, and nothing to do with military. If they done this under military, it would have required Congress approval. And that's coming from Coretta. Let me see.
How everyone suddenly became a constitutional and military scholar.
Oh, Zach is back in the new year. He said there are CIA fugitives living in Venezuela and other countries. Okay. Dimitri Brown, good morning. Thank you for tapping in.
Wasn't it Venezuela that the Nazis ran to after World War II? Or was it Argentina?
Let me see. They had F-16 and bombers protecting them helicopters. That's an act of war. That's from Chris Caleb. What? America has been invaded. Let me see. Okay, here this go. I see. America has been invaded. Minnesota has fallen to Islam. So has Dearborn, Michigan. Okay. Where's the sound?
I don't know what he did with his sound because our mics are still showing.
Yeah. We still up in here. Chris Caleb. It said this Marseille Tarver. The CIA is everywhere. How do you think the U.S. gets intel? Okay.
Oh, I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to put my wallet on the table right now and say U.S. Army Special Forces 5th Group is in Venezuela right now.
Well, this for you, Jay, man. Event said probably both, but Argentina, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy said she just interacting. Don't take it personal, Trevor. So don't take it personal. Okay, let me see this. Alan, this soldier was traveling from Florida to California and stopped him, and I think Arizona. He have life savings with him, and they took it. Yeah, they can do what they want to do.
Civil forfeiture laws, and it was meant to stop large monetary transaction crimes. Unfortunately, what happens is that it's abused, and 90% of the time when the cops take that money, they're supposed to turn it over to, I think it's the ATF or DEA, and they catch a 90% kickback of whatever they turn in.
Let me see what this is. A raid is a quick attack. Surprise attack focused on hitting a target for loot or disruption, with the attackers leaving immediately, while an invasion is larger, more sustained military operation aiming. Okay, well, she pulled that up. Let me see.
To either seize or often occupied territory, fundamentally changing control. So what the United States did was a raid, not an invasion.
Let me see this. Republican Party is complicit in these crimes that Trump is doing. Okay, let me see. Mark said Bill Clinton bombed Bosnia for 28 days without congressional support. More bombs were dropped than Vietnam and Bosnia. And I will say this right here. I'm going to say this because this ain't, so we trying to take control or occupy the territory, Trevor. Which one is it? So we're not trying to.
That waits to be seen, but that action that happened was just a raid.
Oh, hold on, Trevor. Okay, go Concrete Jungle. Wait a minute. Didn't 47 say that he's occupying Venezuela until a legitimate government is formed? Help me to understand.
I believe he said he was going to take control, though I don't know how. And once we don't have troops there, so it's not an occupation either. Now, we have several Marines off the coast, and just let me make a joke for a second. Can you imagine being a Marine sitting on a ship for 5 months just to watch the Army come in and do the job for you?
Well, I'm looking at Marseille Tarver. An invasion is when one country is trying to take control of another country's economic base. So is America not trying to take control of Venezuela economic base?
An invasion usually involves military action.
So
taking control of an economic base, I call it a hostile takeover in business terms.
Is it a war? So we're going to still say it's not a war? Or which one? What will we classify this as then?
I still classify it as a raid and then escalating tensions.
So going by what you saying, because this is what the president trying to say, it's just a raid, right? Mm-hmm. But if we go in and look at it, it look more like a war. So it could be, he could be doing things. That's why I was saying, when you don't, and I see, Mark, when you saying fires Minnesota, I see what you saying, Mark, but I got some stuff for you on that too. Let me just pull that up. Because you're talking about, because Obama them did put a $25 million bond. Bounty, my bad, bounty.
And I believe that was actually Biden. Obama just called them a threat. It was Biden that put the bounty on.
I will say this, and I did see this in the chat. Oh, you said there's no sound? Hold on.
I think that's on his end, because for the rest of the people, they're all.
I just turned my phone up and I hear it.
I don't think he's going to hear us if we say that. Let me type it to him.
Yeah. Go out and come back in, brother Chris. Okay, this is what we're gonna go right here, Trevor. Marseille Tarver. By military, yes. If 45, 46 is trying to restore power, who is in power now? The U.S. ?
Except the Venezuelans don't recognize that. Their Supreme Court just appointed their vice president as their interim president.
That's who is pro Maduro, right?
Yeah.
He pro Maduro, okay. Because I did hear that that she pro Maduro, and they saying turn him back over. We even seeing China saying, and then Russia saying it like turn him back over. So if this, so with them taking Maduro, right? Them taking the president and his wife. Do you think you saying no? It's not Mickey. Hey, put a one if y'all can hear me if y'all can hear me in Trevor's voice, because I hear it on my phone. Cause I can turn my phone up right now. If y'all can hear me if y'all can hear me in Trevor's, and that's me playing my phone.
There, so he can read it, because I don't think he can hear us. Yeah, everyone says that they can hear us, except for Chris. You know what? Let me try this real quick.
Mr. Classic, good morning. Facts, Noriega. Yeah, everybody can hear us, even Rude. They can hear us. Only one ain't hearing us is you, because you might have to reset your phone and come back in.
My phone sometimes does that. It just randomly connects to my headphones when I'm across the house.
Yeah.
So that might be the deal.
Teresa, good morning. Thank you for taping. It said, let me see what Mark said.
Now look, I'm a pretty
to protect America.
I'm a pretty hardcore, like, I don't want to say hardcore conservative. I still believe I'm more moderate than anything else. But I'm not going to say that was to protect America.
No, and that's what I'm saying. See,
like,
but that's what I'm saying. See how the media can go ahead. Now, Mark, I'm not saying that's right. Far as 18 billion stole by Democrats. I'm not saying that, but okay, let's go to this. What about the billions that came when Donald Rumsfeld was running? What was he running? And doing Iraq war, damn near $1 trillion came up missing, and we didn't bat an eye. It just disappeared, and that's when the towers got hit. I'm just saying.
We're going to be talking about fraud and corruption. How about we just take a look at the past 6 years of the Department of Defense doing its audits? The only branch to actually pass its fucking audits was the Marine Corps, because they have the least amount of shit to keep track of.
Yeah.
Look, stealing billions is wrong no matter who does it. Republican, Democrat, white, black, Asian, doesn't fucking matter, right? But sitting there pointing at just one party when it comes to some illegal shit like that is about saying that the right side of your ass cheek is more guilty for shitting than the left ass cheek, okay?
Oh,
like I said, I am a conservative. I vote Republican, but just sitting here pointing the finger saying only Democrats steal, or only pointing to parts that, happen to be in Democrat areas that theft happens is, you might as well just be blind, brother.
Oh, okay.
That, or you're just a mouthpiece. Either or, wake up.
I just got some stuff. Hold on, I just got some stuff. Okay, thank you. I just got some stuff. Hold on. They saying that this lady is not. I'm not going to say who I got it from. She is not pro Maduro. She is making sure that the country is not taken over by America like he taking it now. They have seized all of her power regardless. If you see her, she has been seized. And I can't play the TikTok because it got stuff in there. So because that's what I was looking at. Let me see what Michelle.
Mickey, do you remember the type of operation?
War plan in the Army for years. Tip. Oh wow.
Cool. Mickey, do you remember?
Was that a war? So what you call it, Michelle Merritt? Go ahead, Trevor.
Remember what the type of operation I told you that we'd more than likely be playing after this? Coin counterinsurgency. We're paying people off 100%. I bet you there's bribes flying left and right over there. I bet you.
No, because I'm looking at it, but like I said, we just got to go back and
Zach, look at the 24 election. Actually, I'll go ahead and drop it so we don't have to talk about it.
And I see what you're saying, Zachary. Zachary said, let me put him up there. Let me put him up there. Oh, where you at? Okay, said. Okay, got you. My bad. Said the 2018 election is questionable. Okay, the real case. He said she was handpicked by Maduro. But sometimes the people that they handpick, well,
they'll turn on you for $1.
Yeah, no, because the Colombian president was it Cuba or Colombia said he feel like, and he said yes in the 2024 election.
Yeah.
And he said, that's from Zachary. He said
Yeah.
yes in 24.
I kept track of that. Yeah.
He
The
won by
24
51% in 2013 when Chavez died.
Yep. Which, let me see. So 70% of the vote was against Maduro, and the opposition party had receipts for it, taking pictures of every vote tally. And then he said he's still not giving it up, and he used the military to enforce it.
Yeah, but then it was a coup they pulled.
Oh, give me a sec. There's
it's a coup. What do a coup fall up under? What do a coup fall up under? Is that a raid?
U.S. interventionism.
No. What's the definition? I'll pull it up. I'll pull a definition up of a coup. We're gonna find out what it was.
Because I don't think a coup, as it stands, even though it is usually influenced from the outside, it's still majority done on the inside.
It said a sudden, violent, and lawful seize of power from a government, a coup.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, so
that can be domestic or foreign. Yeah.
So a military. So that's what I'm saying. So Trump he trying to define it as in a raid. Trump really did. And that's the point that I'm saying. When you don't deal with this type of stuff now, you will get another president that'll come in. It could be a Democrat who can take this and go even farther. Let me go. Pro tip. This coming from Michelle Merritt. If you want to know who the U.S. target, and listen to the Simons pastors in Texas have been villainizing Venezuela for at least 20 years. And they saying they're going to Colombia. Trump saying Cuba going to fold. Going to collapse. So it's like, to me, once again, I believe Trump he going to take the Western Hemisphere. He's probably going to have to he probably going to let Russia take over Europe and going to probably let China take over the Pacific and go over there where they at. And they're going to just split up Africa. That's the only way I can see that this is going. Oh, they're going to be headed to World War III. That's on the horizon. I'm just going to, that's in my humble opinion.
In the coming months, keep your eyes out for the first name I'm putting in there. And then I can't see this man's first name, but his last name is Gonzalez. Let's see, where to go? A-L-E-Z. Keep an eye out for those two popping up in Venezuela. So Maria Corina, or Court, whatever, Mercado, and then a Mr. Gonzalez. Those were the two main opposition party leaders that were running against Maduro.
Now, let me see this. Like I said, Diary of an Economic Hitman in real time. First, they try to bribe the leader, and when the leader refuses, then they stage a coup. I tell people, get that book. When you get that book, this ain't nothing new. All you gotta do is go look how they did Nelson Mandela. You got man, they knocked down some people. I can't. It's like, how am I forgetting their names now? I was looking at all the coups they had pulled. Why you think Torre banning people? They not even banning the blacks from his country. Now, I won't even want y'all over here. I'm talking about from the U.S. Can't even come because they tried to put a hit on him. Bonnie on his head. To me, it's just like I'm just wondering, like, Trump, what is you bombing? Like I said, they because I say so, I can do what I want to do. That's how I'm looking at it now.
Hey Matt, you've been okay so far, but going after my co-host like that, dude. Seriously, are you some Peckerwood backwoods sister fucker? You want me to get rid of him? You got him.
He's straight, man. Just let him go. I've been seeing him talking up in here, man. Go ahead. Hey, new one. I get it. Oh, Patrice Lumumba. That's what I was trying to think. You know,
the only problem with doing this shit on multi-stream.
I don't be really tripping no more, man. It's just, listen, people can voice their opinion. That's where I'm at with it.
Okay.
That's why I'm at with it. I done seen them say some rougher stuff in that.
I guess you're right. We have seen some rather nasty shit come across our screens.
It is what it is.
Still not a fan of it.
Yeah, man. Listen, what they saying, I'm not giving a dang about. You gonna always have some people ain't gonna like it, but it's because I was saying on here, he like people. I'm not mad with Trump doing. I'm just giving the place what it is. Like, listen, he doing what he doing. It's just to me, he said he was coming in as he was gonna stop wars. It's just to me, it's just seeming like it's wars is finna be revving up in my humble opinion. And I could be wrong, but that's how I'm feeling like. Because regime change never end good.
It has in the past a few times.
What past we talking about? The last 20 years or the last 50 years? If we going about in the last 5 or 10 years, regime change haven't been good.
I'm going to say last 40. There's been a few positives. Not always. Not even half the time.
Yeah.
Not even half the time. But there's been a few positives.
And
I mean, we can look at Dominican Republicans show a huge negative right off our shore, right? When we did a regime change there. Majority of the time when we do interfere like this, it does end up bad. But there's been 1 or 2 positive success stories. We just can't ever, and I do mean ever, recreate it apparently.
Yeah, but go look at Haiti. Haiti in the West, theirs haven't been good. Look at the leaders they didn't have. Look how they country, where they at. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Sherry Allen? Thank you for tapping in.
I believe right now, isn't Haiti in a state of anarchy?
They've been in some mess for a long time. And that's what I'm saying. If you go look, to me, I'm just saying when you see, let me see what, I can't, Angel Gonzalez tasked Dennis, our family. Okay, Derek, I see what you're saying. Somebody called Putin, the U.S. need a regime change. I mean, listen.
Oh, Zachary, nothing would make me happier than popping Ruskies on my front yard. I have an immense hatred of Russia, but I'm also not going to go to Ukraine to fight their war for them.
I mean, basically, hey, fact, that's what I was finna say, Concrete John. I just couldn't think of Papa Doc name. I'm glad you brought that. Yeah, just about to mention Haiti, going back to Papa Doc and Baby Doc. That's what I'm saying. The U.S. propped up. That's what I'm saying. Go look at Iraq. Iraq is 3 states now. It's 3 parts, how they broke it up. That's what I'm saying. Go look at Libya, a failed state. Go look at, what's the name when they people just had to leave? Syria. Look at Syria, how that's finna go down. Look who they said and took over Syria. I mean, we can go put all these pieces up and just look how that's finna go down. And then go look at, you got the Greater Israel Project. And I'm seeing them talking about that, basically how they want to take over them countries. Iran is in the way. You got Trump talking junk to Iran again. If they do this, I'm just saying right now, we in some stuff. It might just seem, like I said, we in some stuff. I'm just saying we finna be. I do in Greenland, and he talked about Canada too. Trump. Yemen, Trump. Right? Look at Yemen.
Yemen.
Yeah, Yemen. My bad, Yemen.
Trump, that's what I'm saying. Memed Trudeau out of office.
I'm just saying, once you get all these. Zachary said, call Kim Jong of Kim Jong of Korea. Then the U.S. need regime change. I get what you're saying, but
hold up, Kim Jong, the guy who can't feed his people, the guy who his father, they say, invented golfed a perfect game, invented the hamburger and the taco. The guy whose entire idea of a military is light infantry. That guy, sure. When did Persia become Iran? Fuck. I think that was like the 1800s, wasn't it?
Was it?
No. I think it was right after World War I when the Ottoman Empire was forced to split.
Hold on, I'm finna pull it up. When did Persia become Iran? Searching. Persia officially became Iran in 1935 when Reza Shah Pahlavi requested the international community to use the country's native name, Iran, which had been used internationally for centuries. The name change signified a break from its colonial past and emphasized the nation's ancient heritage. Though the terms Persia and Iran were later used interchangeably until Iran became dominant. It said before 1935, the West called the country Persia, derived from the Greek name for Pars region. It says Reza Shah formerly asked fortunes meaning the land of the Aryans. In official communication started on the Persian New Year, March 21st, 1935. Okay.
Zach, if you're going to call North Korea into anything, just take a look at the image. The North doesn't even have electricity. I don't think that they're a threat to anyone. Maybe themselves on a good day.
Well, Zachary saying, Trevor, the U.S. can't and don't feed its people. So, like, yeah, it's like, you know, you can't say, well, they ain't feeding their people, and you in the United States is doing the same thing to their people here.
Well, let's take a look at famine rates across both countries.
Famine is famine. I don't care if it's 10 people. If you post the bad and you taking this, you shouldn't have it in your country. You know what I'm saying? The next council meeting is this Wednesday coming up.
40% of North Koreans are malnourished. Sure.
You see this? To be a superpower, lots of vets, women, and children living on the streets in this country. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, it's rough is all I can say. It's rough. Trump says he ended 8 wars in 8 months. And we are at war with 8 countries for what? I'm trying to tell you. Hey, wow. Alan said, just like Israel was named the land of Canaan. I mean, listen, right now, yeah, Meat Freak said, fix your own homelessness first, hypocrisy. I just say this, man. It goes back to when you watch these movies, man. Go back and watch these movies. It'll give you a history lesson on a lot of the things that we see. It's just diabolical. That, to me, once again, hey, Ukraine is still fighting. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think we just love war. I'm not gonna lie to you. I believe the people who really in control of this country love war. Because we have a such things as war hawks. Is that not a word? You got your neocons. Is that not a word in American language? We have people who love war. And you know what I'm saying? It's no different in history. That's what they do. They're gonna find somebody to fight. I just think when they see, and it's just like human beings, when you start seeing bodies coming back over here, that's when people they like what Iraq, they got tired. You know what I'm saying? 20 years, you seeing people coming back. They you know what I'm saying? That can wear on people. I'm just saying that's how you lose the country when they be like, when you said all these many people, how many wars have America been in the last 30 years?
Let's take a look.
Trevor Zachary said, did you have security clearances, Trevor, when you was while you were active?
I'd rather not discuss it.
Plead the fifth. Okay, let me see this. Kenneth says, military industrialization is extremely profitable. Facts. All by, let me see, Chris Caleb said, all by Republican presidents. So what'd you find, Trevor?
In the last 30 years, the U.S. has been directly involved in major conflicts like the war in Afghanistan, Iraq war, and numerous operations under the global war on terror, including Syria, Yemen, Somalia, and Libya, plus interventions like the Liberian intervention and involvement in conflicts like the war against ISIS, totaling several significant wars and ongoing campaigns, rather than just one or two, with the war on terror being its defining feature. Key U.S. military engagements: Afghanistan, Iraq, global war on terror, GWOT, Syria, Yemen, Libya. And then we also have continued interventions in the Balkans. While not always declared wars by Congress, these represent a substantial direct U.S. military involvement in conflicts largely defined by the post-9/11 fight against terrorism.
Oh, well.
I'm starting to wonder how Zachary and Chris had those clearances.
I had top clearance. Well, look, okay, we got that. I love the two in the chat. It said, let me see. It says the European, all they did is war in their own land, destroy themselves. I'm just looking at it right now. I was looking at this. I got what y'all know. I'll be watching Jimmy Dore a lot because I was saying where they say MTG calls out pro-Israel push for regime change in Venezuela. So why they keep saying Trump is being controlled by Israel? Why is they steady saying that?
I don't know why.
That's what I'm asking. I don't know why they steady doing that. I got a clip on here. I can pull it up. I'll pull it up right here. This was a month ago. Hold on now. Let me get up to date. Okay, let me get it up to date because they keep giving me I want up to date. Okay. Oh, okay, let me pull this one up because we're gonna get it together. This was 5 days ago. We're gonna pull this up. We're gonna see. And this comes from my fellow guy. He's conservative. This Jimmy Dore on this right here. Let me pull this up right here. While your lips seal. Let me pull this up right here. Let me play this right here, family.
Benjamin Netanyahu, because Benjamin Netanyahu has been twisting his arm to do this in Venezuela. That's my theory. And let's remember, I've been right about everything. Trump, he called into the show Katz and Cosby.
Oh, God.
And the spoiler alert, there are already land strikes happening inside Venezuela.
Oh, good. I was hoping we go to war with Venezuela, Jimmy, and now I know prayer does work.
So let's listen.
The drug traffic is down by now 97.2%. Wow.
Nobody understands, Mr. President, that why the Democrats are objecting to knocking out those boats that are carrying drugs that are going to kill our people.
Well, they're only objecting because I'm the one doing it. If it were anybody else, even another Republican.
By the way, the Democrats aren't really objecting from what I've heard. What I've heard is that people like Rand Paul are objecting. People like Thomas Massey are objecting.
Yeah,
people
two libertarians, no Republicans.
Yeah, libertarians are. I don't see. In fact, I think Chuck Schumer and they're all on board because they're always on board with the war machine and Israel. Okay.
Hey, a good question for Cad shit. Hey, stupid. Nobody proved to us they had any drugs on there. You don't think they should have to show us that? They just kill whoever they want?
Yeah.
Fat idiot.
So this guy just takes the government's word for it. That instead of the government trafficking drugs, which is what the CIA normally does, now they're fighting drugs? Really? Okay.
Why should we? Yes, instead of being blown up because he trafficked drugs. Remember?
What's that?
Sean Ryan he ran a drug network in Colombia. That's his story to Megyn Kelly. Why isn't he blown up? Why does he have a podcast?
Right.
Why are you blowing up fishermen?
Let's say you take a weak Republican, they would say that's all right. But because they have Trump derangement syndrome, they're sick people. There's something wrong with them. But every time I knock out a boat, we save 25,000 American lives. It's very simple. And what's happening is they're having a hard time employment-wise. They can't get anybody. And we just knocked out, I don't know if you read or you saw, they have a big plant or a big facility where they send where the ships come from. 2 nights ago, we knocked that out. So we hit them very hard. But drugs are down over 97%. Can you believe it?
No, I can't.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Because the drugs don't come from Venezuela. The drugs are coming through Mexico and other places in Latin America, not Venezuela. as Tulsi Gabbard's own DNI reported earlier this year. But when he said this is on the day after Christmas, he gave this interview. When he said we did it 2 days ago, that means they bombed Venezuela, a Christian Catholic country, on Christmas Eve. Of course. Of course, here comes Santa with a special gift. He doesn't care if you've been good or bad. You're guilty of living on top of oil and saying bad things about Israel. Because here
dress like Santa when you blow up the children.
Yeah, dress like Santa. So,
with Netanyahu, I'm glad that a good man is standing next to a better man to tell me this great news.
Here is Trump standing next to Benjamin Netanyahu, and he's announcing that U.S. has started striking Venezuela. Let's listen.
Major explosion in the dock area where they load the boats up with drugs. They load the boats up with drugs. So we hit all the boats, and now we hit the area. It's the implementation area. That's where they implement, and that is no longer around.
It's like you can almost see Benjamin Netanyahu's hand up his ass, working it like a giant life-size ventriloquist dummy. Trump is truly the Jeff Dunham. I mean, Netanyahu is truly the Jeff Dunham of politics.
He is. Why would Bilbo not a Jew who even be there for this? What does this have to do with him?
So he's back in town trying to get more money. Anyway, Owen Schroyer says, imagine standing next to the most wanted war criminal on the planet, announcing new strikes for oil companies and calling yourself the peace president. That's a level of delusion once only thought possible by Democrats.
BetMGM Casino has the most exciting live dealer tables.
Damn.
So when you want the magic
You
of
didn't keep your mouse on it, did you?
I got it. Hold on. My bad. I got it. I'm back now. I'm back. I was just trying to play that a little bit of it. Yeah. That was the point. Like I was saying, when you looking at it, they was already saying, this was a lot of stuff they was already saying. You can go pull it up. I got that for Jimmy Dore. I have some other ones that to pull up. It said country dealing drugs. Anybody remember a guy named Oliver North? And that's what I'm saying. The point I was trying to make, we know is the resources on what they're trying to do. And I was saying earlier about, and what was you saying the name of the act that Trump reenacted?
Monroe Doctrine?
Yeah, the Monroe Doctrine.
And that's been in place since President Monroe.
But how many presidents used it?
Kennedy enacted it with the blockade, then following embargo of Cuba. The Spanish-American War. It's been several times, dude. I think we even used it as casus belli partially for World War I when God, what was that fucking telegraph sent to Mexico? Anyway, Germans sent a telegraph to Mexico saying, hey, attack the United States. We got a hold of Mexico because we were doing some ungentlemanly shit and reading their mail and listening to their telegrams, and said, don't fucking try it. Afterwards, what was the name of that ship? Lusitania? Was sank with 118 Americans on board, and we formally entered World War I.
I'm looking at what Lane is saying right here, and I'm gonna get to that. When you look at the data drug use for Black Americans has decreased, same as crime in major cities, yet Trump is attacking. Let me go with this. Hey, family, and I'm going to say this to y'all. You see, it's Stanley Wood. We is trying to raise $50,000, and we would like for y'all to help. Who can help on the morning recall? You're gonna hear more about it tonight on the nightly nip with me and Winters. But as you see, Stanley Wood doing a 25 for a week for a great cause. And he put his $5 super chat to remind the people what we're trying to do. We're not saying everybody got to do it, but we would love y'all to help us to do what we're trying to do. Because we're trying to have our own for once and to keep bringing y'all this. Because I don't know what I might come on here and say one day and I'll be finding for a new spot. Anything is possible. They are really getting rough out here and restricted. So I'm just telling you to help us, because what you don't catch today, we will be bringing it back up to y'all. And Winters will be back on at 7. She'll be here at 7 tonight. 7. I ain't gonna say 6. So the show will be on 7. So she gonna give y'all.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
60 minutes we got.
Did she give you a heads up for 7 or?
Yeah, she gave me a heads up. She did tell me she wasn't gonna be here on 6. She got something to do, but we will be on.
Okay.
Thank you, Lena. Thank you. But because I'm telling y'all, because what we doing, believe us, family. I believe us. I done tried everything. I've been trying to get out here. I have even went down to the people at the Community Foundation to get it. I'm gonna give them another try this year to see can we get some help from them again. Like I'm telling you, I'm going. This is why we try to do crowdfunding, because believe me, we do try to do things to go get the help. We just get somehow. I be trying to get them on, you know what I'm saying? But Anna had an emergency, so she wasn't gonna be able to come on last night. But we be trying to go through. But when you talk like we talk, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard. I mean, thank you for what Stanley is supporting. Thank you, no one with the $5 super chat. See, when we talking about, now we can get the Flint. See, when we talking about Flint, I mean, when we talking about it, like, you got to understand certain things that we talk about. And I do believe we not no major players. In my belief, I don't think we big enough, but I'm thinking maybe I might be downplaying this because I see a lot of doors get shut in our face. And this ain't nothing like I'm telling you. This is something I've experienced. Like I'm telling you, we had to come in the township to get a studio. We couldn't get one rented to us in the city. Much as we, people do, believe me, it's a lot more that's really. I think the regular folks like us, but the Timu Boulay really despise what me and Winters doing. What's up, Yogi G in the building? Yogi G, as you see, Lena says she want to see more of you and Anna. And I told him, Anna had a little emergency last night, so y'all couldn't come on and do it. Hey, thank you, but the lovely Deborah Luna would miss my Sunday Times $5 super chat.
Okay.
Yeah, because Winters got a wake she got to go to. That's why I know she was.
Oh, okay.
Memorial, yeah, she got to go to. So she'll be here at KWA Invasion. As you see, Killer Cops put this up. So you got to understand so many things. Like, I want to bring up what had happened, like I'm telling you, when you step on a lot of roads, there was a lot of people really don't like. Listen, when I was at that meeting Saturday, and I'm the neighborhood, I forgot what it's called, but B. Marie, if you on here, can you put that? Oh, nope. I don't need you to do it. I got the paper. Oh. I got my paper right here. What it is? Hold up, let me get to it. It's called Neighborhoods United. And I'm not
the Neighborhood Engagement Hub.
No, Neighborhoods United was it's what they have every first month, every Saturday, the first Saturday every month, where they talk about the neighborhood. And I'll read their mission statement again for people who didn't understand what it said. This is their agenda. Flint Neighborhood United is a coalition of neighborhood groups and residents who come together on the first Saturday of each month to share information about leverage their resources to create a positive change in the greater Flint community. Let me put this up. Stanley Wood just came down with the $10 super chat. Let me get this right here. Matching a new one and Deborah Luna. Thank you, Wood. Wood gonna be the finance chair one day when 810 make it big. New one, and she did. The lady from, and that would be Tommy. But me and Winters to get on that. We're gonna cover a lot of that for y'all family. And you know what I'm saying, in my humble opinion. Yeah, I'm not mad at Flint Neighborhood United, but I do feel like, and it's not taking no shot, but I do. They got good things that they got going on, but to me it's like to me it's like I feel like more community. We need more neighborhood groups. I do agree with that. Is council back? No, council. Me being Conley, council will be back Wednesday,
the 7th at what, 5 or 4:30?
I think. Let's say 4:30. But if not, Winter's gonna eventually get the agenda. Either she gonna get it Tuesday night, and we'll go over Tuesday on the show and get y'all ready for Wednesday. But we will have it up. And thank you, Lena. Thank you. And family, I haven't forgot about my about the oh my God, my mods. The mods will be coming. I'm just finna sit down with Winters. We're gonna pick the mods for what shows we're gonna have. We even probably gonna have mods for even council. So I'm gonna sit down with them. A couple people have hit me, and I'm gonna relay it back to them, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start picking our mods, and so I got to get with them. We're gonna pick the mods for we can have for the shows, and I will. The ones who did reach out to me, y'all know I'm with y'all, but I'm gonna sit back with Winters and Trevor. We're gonna go through this, and we're gonna pick the mods for the shows. And I gotta throw this out here because I did hear G-Card? They was trying to help people with their water. I forgot to mention that to y'all family because there was a lot of stuff with G-Card. I'm hoping if you do need help with your water, G-Card I'm thinking they should still be helping. So reach out to them family. Let me see what concrete. I'm just saying like a lot of the stuff that we run into, fam. Do you know how many council people we didn't have mad at us?
All of them.
Like right now, do you think like in the whole thing, and what I took from that, I'm just gonna go with the media part. They don't like the media. I will say that.
They don't like independent media.
No, they do not like independent media. They like controlled media that's telling you what you want to hear. And they do not like independent media. I can tell you that right now. From the school board president, from the mayor's office, they do not like independent media. And that like blew my mind. Facts. Hey, new one. I'm starting to understand that now. FNU is like the Insiders Club. If you know, you know. Facts. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, facts, Lana. Oh no, they do not. They don't like independent. Let me see. Special treat Thursday night on the Nip. Stanley Wood is co-hosting. Shit. So you're probably finna get everything that y'all want to hear. Until the people, let me see. Until the people stop doing drugs, it will still go on. Facts. KD, they don't like to be called out on their shit. No, they don't. And that's what I got. See, they like to talk about the good stuff, and I'm just gonna use the school board for this. And like I said, I was sitting like two people. It was the president of the school board, Joyce Ellis McNeil, Sister Muhammad, Brother Elliot, McCants. Then it was me. That's how we were sitting up there. It was like I knew. And then in front of her, you had Tommy that worked for the mayor office. I knew they was mad because when I said my name, like said 810 News Media Group, it was just the look that I got. It's like the looks that I be getting. And then when I heard, the one fella, the one guy, he the one do the paper that I guess the newspaper that they got when he was like he liked to Walter Cronkite. Yeah, I'm saying right. So he liked him all these different ones. Joyce Ellis McNeil was there, the school board president. So and they was talking about all the stuff like, the media people don't like, it's not, y'all don't be wanting the truth out there on what be going on. See that, because it was something that came up about residency. And when I tell you that Tommy from the mayor's office, and we're going to go into this deeper into that tonight, but when I say she was deflecting, what I learned from the mayor office and the school board, they want people, for them too, they want people to think that everything is, you know what I'm saying? They building this new school, but they're not telling you they graduating kids reading at a third grade level. You know what I'm saying? They talking about let's build houses, let's build some tiny. This is from the school board prep. Let's get some houses for the homeless children. Tiny. What about the families? What about the mother? You talking about the kids? Like, do you understand? It's like some of they thinking. Was you meaning teenagers? Because I'm pretty sure a kid can't live on his own. So you're going to put a kid in a tiny house. You talking about adult teenagers or middle school teenagers? Like, which one is you talking about? Oh, wow. But you know what? But you know what, new one? Tommy can be out of order because there's nobody to check them. You don't have an ombudsman. You don't have an ENA board that's there for the people. Mostly everybody that's in these positions are in there for the mayor. Derek, I don't know, good brother. What up, AD King Cannabis from Green Dream, Sir Wani? What it do? Let me see. Let me see what New One was saying. I see what you saying. said. Let me see what New One said. New One said FCS was trying to find out how to get money. Facts. They not there to try to help the kids. Let me see this right here.
Stanley, we're not trying to make 100,000 in a night, man.
It said every time Neil Winters takes a drink, everyone needs a $1 super chat. Cool.
We're not trying to make 100 grand in a night, dude. IRS would be up our ass.
This is when I'll be looking for a new studio because something gonna get said, and I'm gonna get we like your business, but we moving in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? When you get that, I'm gonna be like, okay, like I don't want to get that car.
It's definitely
and that's what I'm saying, Lane. It's like they don't want you to talk about that. That's what is crazy. They want you to sit up here and say, hey, everything peaches and cream. We building a new school. They're not telling you how the kids is underperforming. You mean to tell me you will graduate and then you want to say the good things that y'all did? You have been, and there's no disrespect. I'm just saying, Joyce, when we can see the things that's going on, we can't report on that. We just supposed to let that go. Like I can't. I don't
saw
get it.
an interesting post in Flint Politics Reboot. Let me
New
see.
One said, can we get an accounting of all the money FCS has squandered? Money came into them for a water crisis.
So this is coming to us from Dr. Danielle Green. Election time is approaching. Make sure you know who you're voting for.
Mm-hmm.
I had to save the best for last. A self-proclaimed demon. I have witnessed this elected official attempt to destroy, humiliate, belittle, disrespect, and insult roughly a dozen black women in and around this district. One of her victims filed a lawsuit against the district citing racial discrimination and was awarded over $600,000 in damages, a verdict that stands as public record and proof that the harm was real, measurable, and actionable. She is the worst kind of racist bigot. One of those I've got a black friend type who believes proximity to a single person of color gives her cover to mistreat the rest, and she holds power as vice president of the school board in a predominantly black community that serves primarily black children. Her pattern is unmistakable. Black women who exceed expectations physically, academically, professionally, or intellectually, and who challenge her ideologically or authority become targets not because of misconduct, but because their excellence contradicts the hierarchy she believes she is entitled to occupy. Women of color have filed formal complaints. Some required intervention for safety. One was physically attacked during a board meeting. Others were forced out by a climate of bullying, public insults, intimidation, unchecked hostility. 13 women ultimately resigned from their hired or elected positions at last count, a mass departure fueled not by coincidence but by culture. In open school board meetings, she publicly ordered black community members to the peanut gallery, weaponizing language to silence voices she doesn't value. She has been documented referring to grown black men as boys, reducing them to stereotypes instead of recognizing them as leaders, fathers, advocates, and decision makers for children. Refusing her unwanted advances doesn't simply offend her, it disrupts the ideology of white supremacy. She voted against students having crayons, voted against high school students having college mentors, voted again that the ROTC program would benefit students who choose to make a career out of the military. This isn't leadership, it's leverage without integrity, and black children deserve leaders who see their brilliance as a standard, not a threat. And let's just go ahead and show this human. I can't share all my Facebook.
Shout out to Danielle Green, the former president of the FCS. She wrote some stuff there, but all that is true. But you know what? When she just said, let me take that.
I gotta take yours down.
Yeah, I got you. I'm finna do it right now.
There we go.
Yeah,
we all know this lovely human being.
You gotta add her. Hold on, not add her back. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, we also remember when she was taking naps. Hey, wonder who took that picture. Flint Community School member Troy King stated that board trustee Laura McIntyre's racist words and behavior are a reflection of deeply rooted feels and beliefs that should not be ignored. Just a reminder, voting is important. Well,
facts.
If the city of Flint
show the picture, Trevor, because they didn't see the picture when you were showing it because it wasn't, because I had to take mine off.
It was there for a second.
Yeah, Lord, that's Lord. Yeah, but it wouldn't show it on the. It did show it on my end. It wasn't showing it. Yeah. Laura McIntyre. That's Laura, the vice president. But let me say this though. Let me put a little caveat to it. But you got black women that's going along with that on how she was attacking other black women, because you cannot leave out Joyce Ellis McNeil in that and her cohorts. But let's be honest. What up, Mike Clark? You ain't missing nothing. Thank you.
Talking about your former colleague.
They're talking about, and then let's do this. But did we forget that Joyce, the vice president at that time, because at that time Clark was the president. Did they forget how she negotiated a contract for the superintendent behind his back? I'm talking about Clark. That's up here right now. This was the.
Did she negotiate, or did she just renew the old contract without bringing it to Clark and to the board as a whole?
Thank you for Trevor putting the rest of it with it. That's exactly what she did. She did that. So and this is the type of people that is representing. These are the type of people that's on this board. Remember, the school board got a lady on there, and it's no disrespect. I just got to call a spade a spade. She went from the ENA board saying that the charter didn't mean nothing.
Yep.
That remind you, because the mayor called her, she took a role that was an illegal role, an ambassador. Not that it was voted for. Now remember, these are the people that you putting on these other boards. Let's be honest.
Take a look at the 25 or I think it was 15 greatest moments of 2025. Yeah. Mickey asked Joe King, "Is a ward ambassador part of the charter?" No, it's not. Huh? Well, then why the hell were there ambassadors?
But then one of his colleagues, an ambassador.
Yeah.
But you see the games that they see. This is what I mean, the lawlessness. So that's why, with the way Tommy was talking, when they're talking about the media, they don't want this out here. They don't like that we telling them. Let me see, McEnroe, Williams family, Willis family. What up, though? From Bamboo. Oh, what up, Derek? Tell everybody what up, Mike. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Mike Clark. Let me see. Oh, this for Mike Clark, fired by Anthony Terrence or the school. Wow. See, let me see what Stanley said. No limit on what you ask. If I have an answer, you'll get it live. No question too big. No question too small. Stanley finna get y'all. We might have to make that Joker a members only show or something.
Actually, I'm having an idea about that.
Okay.
Give an hour and a half public, and then possibly an hour and a half members only after.
We'll figure it out. We'll see what they can handle. I'm just saying, like, when you looking at this stuff, this is what we fighting against up here. Believe me. Oh, I would love to come. I didn't have people. I just ain't gonna put their business out there. And I had it on both sides, and I gotta be honest on what I'm saying. It was from the Neely side, said, listen, man, I can't be messing with y'all. The mayor ain't gonna like it. And I remember another person told me, said, Hey, Zach, I agree with you. I'm hoping that the young people, I did see something I ain't seen before, and it was from the Flinternet. They said, they usually don't get in politics, but they put it on their page, on their Facebook page, and said, if you want to go sign up, since y'all don't like what's going on, get up and go sign up to vote. I agree with you. I'm just saying. Davina is in charge of even Davina is Davina. Come on, Davina is in charge of school board elections too. Wow.
Yeah, every vote cast in Flint has to go through the Flint elections, which is controlled by the city clerk. Every vote, literally, if you vote for president in Flint, it has to cross Davina's office.
Yeah, sweetheart, a new member. Thank you, sweetheart Shell, for becoming a member. Let me see. Clark says she's in charge of all votes cast in the city of Flint. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Sweetheart Shell just became a YouTube member. Thank you, beloved, for becoming a YouTube member. We need you. I'm just saying, when you looking at this stuff, seriously, family. Oh, okay. Oh, Linda says she's 78. If you tell them, they'll watch you. They'll check it out. They better do something. I mean, they got to do something. But because you know what, and that's why I think, because so many people used to get the news from the radio, getting it from TV. They so used to who they've been getting it from. But even the TV them is going to podcasting now. If you watching it, because you able to say more, you able to get more stuff out there, and just getting how the Associated Press or the Wall Street Times. If you go looking at them, the people who run the media, you got what, 6 people who control all the media in the U.S.
6 companies, yes.
They can pick and choose what they want.
And it isn't just the U.S. It's majority of the world.
Yeah. So they picking and choose what can get out. So that's just like with the Flint water crisis. You got the rest of the United States thinking the Flint water crisis was over. Thank you, New One, for getting a membership and being part of the family. You was already part of the family in the chat. Well, okay, Stanley said, well, a podcast is not truthful venue to get news. Depends on who want to get it from. So, well, let me say this. So is the news the truthful place like MSNBC or Channel 12? Is the local news a good place and resourceful place to get the news from? Or is we just stuck in our old ways and we don't want to change on where we get the news from?
I think for some people, it's based on who you like or don't like.
Got you.
Well, let's be 100% clear here. You say something about someone, even if it's true, they're going to try to discredit you.
Is the news just an opinion too? I'm hearing you saying the podcast just an opinion. Don't the news just give you an opinion too? Or they give you a script? My bad. They get a script what they can say about and what they can report. Do you want me to go pull up about how the Wall Street Journal was just talking? I forgot who just bought them, and they put that girl Barry Weiss over there, and they won't run nothing that was going toward talking about being, putting stuff out there on what Israel got going on. And they doing TikTok where they won't, you know what I'm saying? Is that not? I'm just asking, Zachary. But you know what, bro? I mean, it's just what it is. Some people like the old way of getting it. Said opinions are like ass, so everyone has one. LOL. Happy Monday. Facts. But it's just, it's just some people used to how they've been getting their news. That's all it is. Some people like, but that's why when I was talking about you can find anything in this world to go with your views, good or bad. But then the truth is just the truth, Zachary. So when the truth become the truth? I'm saying when the truth become the truth. Because I'll give you an example. Like with the I forgot who broke the story that they was hiding about. They didn't want to tell the truth. It was some killing that you but yet I'll go with this. Why you think when you had the news, then we had to have a Chicago Defender. We had to have our own black newspapers. We had to have this because they didn't want to go with the mainstream media. Because they wasn't putting all the, you know what I'm saying? They was putting half-truths out there. Let me see. Local TV news is pale nowadays. Entertainment at best, not too informing. Facts.
I mean, it's really informing if you want to know what tree, what cat was stuck up in.
I mean, if you want that. I'm just trying to figure it out, like how will we get certain things? How will we be knowing like some of the things they call conspiracies, that turn out to be truthful? You know what I'm saying? You got, like, I'll give you an example. Like right now, if it wasn't for podcasts saying the different things that was going on in Flint, people wouldn't be knowing, like even social media. Right, Lorraine said not putting out info out as a tool. I mean,
so putting out information is just as much of a weapon as withholding information. Don't get mad at the game. Well, don't get mad at the people playing the game. Get mad at yourself for falling for it, honestly. I'm sorry that some people don't like the idea of a podcast and that, okay, so 2, 3, 4 random individuals can go out, talk to people across the town, and bring actual news that's happening across the town more effectively than some stuffed suit that's getting paid to read off a script.
Right.
My bad.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what they want to hear that. They don't want to put out there saying they will have you thinking like the governor went on the Breakfast Club and said that the water was fixed. You have Brother Elliot on here. Let me say this let me see if I'm gonna get a pushback. Brother Elliot was just on here who live in Flint, turned his water on what he said. I can't, it stink. When I tell you I be with my homeboy Boone house, if I tell you if I go with my aunties, they got cases of water. And this, I'm talking about north side now. But if I say that, the water is fixed. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's just like if you didn't have that, what if Art didn't went on social media talking about how there's an increase of kidney disease? Look at the cancer that's coming on. That's not being on the news. I guess that's just an opinion. You know what I'm saying? The news ain't talking about the different cancers that's coming up. I can tell you, I done lost so many family members to cancer, is unreal. See what I'm saying? But some people but that's why they like to get their news though from Javier Jones. CNN reported a few months ago that the water crisis was over. Exactly why I check in with the podcast to get the real news. But see, you will have people but what I have seen, a lot of the older, not all, you got some older is just stuck in their ways. They'd rather get their news from Channel 12, and that's what I took when I was listening to my man at the Flint neighborhood United when he was saying like fires, the older gentleman, and they was like, and to me it was like, damn, why y'all mad about podcasting? So y'all want people to go back to just without whatever the government put out, we supposed to go with it. Hey, Lorraine, and what's crazy, let them be lied to, but why we got to be lied to too? Just because you want to fall for it, why I should fall for it? Hey, I'm glad yours survived, brother. My, you know what I'm saying? I lost too many. I ain't got no successful survival rate. I'm glad yours did. More prayers to you, brother. Mine's didn't. I'm happy for you. Mine's didn't. Aunties, uncles didn't. Father didn't.
I'm sorry, I can't imagine that mindset. That is probably one of the most crass and callous things I could ever have just read. Hey, don't worry about cancer. My family survived. Oh, yours died? Well, mine survived. Like, man, you're cold, dude.
Oh, a new one. Facts. He did say he also wanted council members and board members to get some training. Now, that did come up there at that meeting. He did say he did say it was a shot at the council as I took it. I took it that it was a shot at ones who don't know what they doing and saying they know what they doing. That's what is terrible about the whole situation. Let me see what Kevin Tages came in with. He said Leon is being charged with a habitual offender with no expungement protection. Wow. Ooh, he gonna be spending some money in that court. All the Flint media outlets have been compromised or shut down, and that's what they like. I did say you went to be on at 7, fam. Say she's gonna be here at 7. At 7 o'clock. Let me see this right. It said, cause some know a lot can't handle the truth. They love a beautiful lie. Facts. And let me see, Kevin tell you, it's on the court docket. I'm just saying, man, a lot of people have them went down. I'm telling you firsthand experience. And we just going with it now. What about the ones who died in 2008? What about the ones who died in 2000? Because remember, they just now bringing about the water crisis, about when they brought that up in 2014. What about all the people that died prior to that? What about all the, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so much that you can go back on. We just talking about when they said the name of the crisis. You know what I'm saying? What about all the damage they did prior to that, to now the damage afterward? Oh, what Kevin Tate said, it's on the docket. It said, I told y'all once he get bonded over, it's over for. That's good. But listen, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. But I watched the way I saw Tommy try to deflect and shut it down about residency Saturday, it was diabolical. It was diabolical. Even with the neighborhood, she was there for the neighborhood engagement thing that went down. Tommy was even blocking for that.
Hey, Mick, one thing before we go.
Yeah.
Let me just share this screen.
Go ahead.
Posted by the beautiful Taylor Sampson. Thank you very kindly.
Gotcha.
Docket and case details for Mr. Leon L. Amin. Next hearing, 3/11/2026, 8:30 a.m. Final pretrial hearing. It's going in front of blah, blah, blah. Hannibal. What caught me, though, habitual offense description. Habitual offender, 4th.
What do it mean? Good morning.
Habitual offender laws, usually they're known as 3-strike laws, but in Michigan, you get 4 strikes because it's fucking T-ball, apparently. Anyway, it means that...
Stanley said it means he's going to plea bargain for a shorter sentence instead of going to prison for life. Woo.
That is exactly it. So with a fourth habitual charge in terms of felonies in Michigan, you can catch substantially higher sentences, right? So what could normally be a 10 to 15 stretch could easily turn into a 25 to 30 stretch.
Oh, it enhances the sentence. Okay, that's
it's like a catalyst.
So
Stanley, not necessarily life in prison in Michigan. It does happen to go that way a lot, but it isn't a definitive.
So basically, he then they're going to be charged. He should have just took the plea deal before going all the way this far with it. What you saying?
No, what I'm saying is he shouldn't have laid his hands on her, but
facts. I agree with that totally.
Instead of taking a plea deal, it's just better not to get arrested in the first place. But now I'm really interested to see what happens to him here, like, because if convicted, we will never have to worry about him touching city council again.
But if he cut a plea deal.
If he cuts a plea deal, I mean, so Kevin Tay's got about the right number there, 30 years plus.
Oh, yeah.
A plea deal will probably bring that down to 5 to 10, and it'd still be a felony.
Oh, shoot. Wow, JoJo Freeman said his ego kept him from accepting a plea deal. Shit. Well, he knew the Arthur did, but see, they was blocked. But we're going to get off into that to 7 at night, family. We're going to get off into that 7 at night. We're going to get off into that. But we wanted to get the national, but like Trevor got that broke down. It's going to be, they just trying to take this to the election.
And also, he already denied one plea deal, so the next one isn't going to be any kinder. He's probably going to get a much worse deal in the end out of it.
He about to spend some money, though. He's going to be trying to fight that.
He's going to spend some money, and he's going to be spending some booty dollars. Like, dude's not going to a nice prison after this. And with paperwork saying you beat your girl, they're not very nice to you in there at all after that.
Yeah. Money get to you. Said Ron Sims live in the Bay. We spoke there. I'm about to check that out. Anytime you have an expungement, this Kevin Tay, we finna end. Anytime you have an expungement, they come at you like that, you are hit. They're about to rock him to, oh, shoot. All he had to do is just play it cool.
All he had to do was not lay hands on her, and he would have been sailing gold. I mean, how much more? And think about this real quick before we roll. Now that he's been locked up and all this is coming up, now they're talking about residency, and now we're seeing the Neighborhood Engagement Hub start talking about the money he received. Had he just kept his hands to himself and played like a kindergartner, don't put your hands on others, none of that would have come up. He would have it on easy street right now.
But with this open up, how many other people play games like that? Can we say the councilwoman in the 2nd Ward? What she do? Where them things that she was she was supposed to be billing over for the food trucks over in Cyrus Park?
Somewhere lost in those trenches that are dug there.
I mean, did she go through the Neighborhood Engagement Hub?
I think they were her fiduciary, yeah.
See, you got to look at all of it. When you find one that's something, believe me, as others you can find. But see, family, this is why we can't get no help, and this is why we do come to do the crowdfunding. Because when we do stuff like this, believe me, when I say Blase Splay, this Mickey Jordan 810 News Media Group, they be And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. We not like down here.
No.
we not like down there by certain factions. They don't.
810 opens our mouth and people's wallets get quiet real fast.
And it's like, believe me, but we're gonna give it another shot this year. We're gonna be back down there. I know I got to get the nonprofit done anyway, because when I put in for bids, we ain't picking y'all.
But 100%, dude. If you put in for a nonprofit, Neighborhood Engagement Hub's probably going to be your fiduciary, and you're not seeing a cent anyway.
Yeah, I know they ain't gonna give me nothing. They probably. Let me see. I'm the only one, Kevin Tay. Hey, I'm gonna give you your flowers, Kevin Tay. Said I'm the only one that had proof and filed the complaint against him. And Mount Morris also stood. He said also who stood with me on it. I don't know. We report the news. Let them know, Zeke. What'd you say? Podcasting is his new wave. Get with it. If you're hating on it, that's on you. I ain't mad because we're not going back to Walter Cronkite. You seeing the new Walter Cronkite. You seeing the new Trevor, the new Walter Cronkite. And you see, you seeing it.
Well, he did smoke a lot on air, so yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You seeing him. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get on to my Bob Johnson and owning thing.
As long as you aren't trying to call me fucking Tucker, I think you're good.
Peace, family. Peace out, me and Tucker Carlson.